Hello Pisces, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page if you've come across this video on Facebook. So I just want to say thank you straight off to those of you who have subscribed to my channel, and also thank you to those of you who are going to subscribe to my channel. So you can do that right now or at the end of the video. And also thank you to everybody who is watching, and I know some of you haven't subscribed and that's okay, but I do appreciate that. And the views as well, also the likes and the comments or the thumbs up in the comments as well. So let me see now. I just want to remind everybody that these reads are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So just, you know, take what does resonate and leave what does not. So sometimes what does not resonate with you may in fact be more of a forecast with you, which is why you are not maybe not understanding what that's about. And also I do encourage you or suggest actually that if it doesn't resonate with you, then check out one of your other signs in your astrological chart. So this is for Pisces, and it could be in your chart, it could be your sun, moon, rising and or Venus sign, okay, for you. So if you don't know what they are, there's a link in the bottom of the in the description box below that has to a website that has a free calculator on it, and it will work it out for you. So the other thing is that where was I going to go? Oh yeah, so I am doing some courses, okay, and workshops that are coming up in the next month or two, and a few others in the end of the year, throughout the year. But there's two that are coming up. There's one next month, mid-February, a 2-day workshop. So if you're local here in Hamilton, the Waikato area, or even a little bit further, Bay of Plenty area. So I am doing that 2-day workshop in, I think, mid-February. So, and that one is to do with like the beginnings of, spiritual development and just getting an understanding of what that's about. Talk about mediumship, psychic side of things, empaths and energy, and healing, energy healing and that sort of thing, crystals, all sorts of things, and how we can work with them. But mostly, that's a part of it, but also about connecting and understanding, interpreting what it is that you might be receiving through a feeling or thought or your hearing as well. So just getting discerning, doing exercises on how we can discern those between them, okay. And also the other one that is, of course, is a 5-month course, which that one is a lot more intensive and extensive. So that one's more for those of you who are maybe in the beginning, or looking, done a little bit of working with cards and tarot or whatever, or doing messages, readings and things like that a little bit, and wanting to take that and you're maybe wanting to take that a little bit further, and doing beginning a little part-time business or business for you, doing readings and things like that. And you feel like you would like to do a little bit more training in that, a little bit the mentoring and that sort of thing. So that 10-week one or 5-month one is basically like a mentoring one, basically, and we will be working through a few different modalities and also exercises to help you enhance your connection with with spirit, with different energies as well, okay. It just become a little bit more confident in that sideways, and or a lot more confident. It depends on how it works for you, but basically become more confident to where you are now. So some of these may be, like I say, already practicing, and it may be something that you are wanting to just enhance on different areas with you as well, okay. So anyway, we'll get on with the reading. So yeah, there is a one. Go to my Facebook page and the events, and the link is in the description box below, so you can make contact with me there. The other thing is, I am taking bookies for readings at the moment, so I'm going to be taking a break for, in the mid-year, and that's cool, all good. So anyway, begin the reading. So here we go. I'm going to do a mind, body, spirit, soul sort of a flow today with 2 rows and see what comes up. So As you can, you know, I am very intuitive, so the messages one card could tell me a lot. However, we're going to go through the lot, and we'll see through, you know, 8, maybe 12 cards. We'll see where the flow goes with spirit, okay? And the energy of you Pisces and your star sign. Okay, so connecting with you. Okay, so Pisces, so the Nine of Cups has come through. This Nine of Cups, there's something, you know, like in this card, you know, this deck, it talks about the theme around sensual satisfaction. Not so much, you know, sexual sensual satisfaction, but it could be that for you, I don't know. But it's more about the sensual satisfaction in the sense of you're more in touch with your senses, or more in knowing about, you know, where you're, everything is in life for you. So there's a sense of enjoyment and a sense of everything's coming together, okay, with this Nine of Cups. So it's like on an emotional level, or you've figured out some stuff with relationships with yourself to a level or degree, and with some others in your family. So, and that connection is maybe got this bit of, there's more of a, you're more in tune with that yourself basically, and with, you know, in the other senses in your, okay, in your body, in your energy, okay, about you. So when I talk about the six senses, or the sixth sense, I want to keep wanting to say, but, you know, in that sense, okay, but things are basically coming together. So everything is heightened, and it's like, yay, yes, I'm in that joyful, happy space now, and it's like things, you know, like with all sorts of things really. So there's a sense of peace and a sense of calm basically. So, and it's leaving you quite satisfied in life basically at the moment, you know. But it's that feeling like, and it's not just like at this moment, it's like taking a little while to get there. So there's a completion of a cycle basically of you, you know, mulling through some things, you know, with this last year or so. Okay, especially I feel around relationships, but also, you know, a lot of us have to dig in deeper with ourselves, okay? So if it means that you're more in, you know, control of your emotions, in the sense that not control in a negative way as in parking them up, and control in the sense that you know what they're about, you know, there's with whatever it is that you're working on. So it's like, it's in that sense, so it's not going to affect you in the decisions that whatever it is that you've been working on, that you're going to be making or doing in your future. Okay, so on a physical level, there's something about the judgment here. So that's the judgment is about that sense of freeing yourself from judgment, basically, and resolution, and making that commitment to change, you know, to make things different, and being in, allowing yourself to be free with this resurrection, this freedom of, I'm wanting to say something, you know, about what was going on in the past. So there may be judgments that you've set upon yourself and others have set upon you, with whatever, I keep saying that because there's so much going on there. Because I do feel like for some of you there were a few things going on there, Pisces, but there was a sense of judgment, and I feel like to some degree on a physical level, it's like you haven't set yourself free by, you know, even though that's coming up, there's that sense of satisfaction that maybe you haven't set yourself free, or this card is telling you to set yourself free and not be in resistance mode. It's like there is a sense that you that you're feeling that you may be judged if you go this way, go that way, or say that, or have this or have that. It's like turning that around. It's like the only one I feel like Spirit is saying is like, and you know, Pisces, the sign of Pisces is you're judging yourself more harshly than what others are. So this is, you know, this is about you, okay? And the angels are like trying to set you free, help you, set you free. So you may have been feeling like, a lot less, you know, like things are kind of going right, and it's like that, you know, but you're stuck in the old way of thinking patterns, those limiting beliefs, and allowing yourself to, you know, to go out and have fun, to do something, you know, different, to step outside of your comfort zone, and you do completely different things. It may be like dressing completely different, you know, eating differently. It was like, who gives a shit what anybody else thinks or feels? It's like, this is about you being assertive with yourself and making decisions for yourself in doing things in the way that you feel like you want to do it for you. Okay, it's uplifting, because this is, you know, this cup here, when we do that, we go in that space of bliss, or that space of happiness and joy, because, you know, and everything is, you know, moving right, and we can walk in, you know, we have to walk and talk it, go in that space and allow ourselves to go that space mentally and emotionally. So you may have been holding yourself back, off, some of you Pisces, from experiencing that, because this is you, you know. Come on, okay, come on hop into that space, enjoy it. If you're there, enjoy it. And because you'll be going through another phase, yes, but it's like, it's not necessarily going to be that phase again, but unless you make it so. So this is about setting yourself free and allowing yourself to have some freedom, have some fun, and doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Because it's like, you know, that's what you've been worked for. You've come this far not to come this far, you know. Hello. I mean, you haven't come this far to get this far. It's like, yeah, anyway. Okay, so on a spiritual level, there's the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups. So in a sense, you're like of two minds, and you know, there's that, you know, the Three of Cups is about celebration, and then the Four of Cups, there's some sort of discontent there. So, you know, and crying over spilt milk. So it's like, this is about you, like, you know, emotionally, this is you, you know, flip-flopping around there, you know, it's like going through that. So they're both, you know, they're on a spiritual level. So this is about being, you know, sorting that out, going that little bit deeper and figuring that out, what it is for you. So one minute you want to celebrate, and the next minute you want to, like, you know, bring yourself down by, you know, looking about the past. And there's a gift there, like there's a gift in the background there. There's something that you're not seeing, okay? And in the background, so the celebration, so celebrate it, okay? The achievement, or the space to where you've got to now, because something has come to an end, but it's not going to come to an end if you keep going backward, okay? Or you keep going, being in that space. So there may be, you know, whatever it is, some of you might, I say, may, you know, over the next couple of weeks, that there may be a couple of some epiphanies that are coming through, and there may be these things coming up, because this is more for between the 18th and the 31st, so that you may more see it. So, and this is about, you know, the other thing is here is about accepting the limits of both victory and defeat with the Five of Swords. So, and that for me is like, yes, it's like whether I feel like, you know, sometimes when we speak up, we speak out, and then somebody is gonna maybe get hurt or be hurt by it, but that's their stuff. So this is about you being in that sense of truth, you know, speaking your truth, but it's like, and just allowing yourself to move forward with that now, and not feel guilty about, you know, how the other person might feel. Because, you know, depending on how you've expressed yourself, but sometimes you can, you know, you can be really nice to people and express yourself in a really, in a nice way, and people aren't going to get it. And, you know, and people may get upset anyway. So, or whether you've gone like, rah, 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 okay, you know, and it's because they may have pushed that button. It's like, well, you know, it's just, this is about not beating yourself up. So this is whether, and I feel like some of you, a lot of you, it may be like you're releasing things as well. So about it's asserting your yourself and taking power of your thoughts and your emotions in the way that you're communicating and things like that. This is about, you know, really letting something or somebody know, or some things know, yourself know even, about what it is that you'll want, what you need to say, express, communicate in some way or form. So, and whether it's you that's on the end, that somebody has said something to you about that, it's like, this can be, you know, a powerful thing as well. So, and if it, you know, either way, you're going to need to look at yourself, because I feel like either way, you're going to, like, in some way or form, even though you can be the victor, you've said something, and that you can, there's that sense of going inward again, and like emotionally, and carrying something that's not actually yours to carry. because you were supposed to either receive that communication so you can move through it, or give that communication. Cool. So, but on a soul level, it's something that obviously needs to, there's a little bit of discrepancy. I'm hearing the word there with that. So somebody may have said something to you in the past, and you've felt like you may have hurt them, and because I've walked away really like that, or somebody may have said something to you and it may be you that's walked away quite sad. And so I feel like on a soul level there's more of an understanding of that too for a lot of you. So I feel like that's what in the end you'll turn it around to being. It's like understanding about that situation and not letting that hold you back, because that's kind of maybe what's held you back from feeling that way. Allowing yourself to, feel, that sense of achievement, that actually you've moved through that, and it's like whether you were the victor or the defeated, either way, you've worked through it. It's like, okay, I can let that go now. Okay, it's a healing situation. And of course, here's the Eight of Swords here. That's about restriction. So don't let that restrict you. I just finished saying that, going in your mind and letting that restrict you. So this is about, and from this, because this is like the overall card basically. It's beginning with that, and it's like, no, stay down, cat. So not letting yourself restrict yourself. And then when on a physical level, we have the Four of Wands. So it's a time to reap rewards, basically, because this is the Judgment card, and it's like, setting yourself free by, you've done a lot of you've taken action, you've done that, and it's not restricting yourself anymore. This is about letting yourself out of the box. And then we have here the Ten of Pentacles as well, and it's like, that talks about rewards. Okay, so I'm going to put that there because you've done the physical yards, you've done the hard yards basically, but you may hold yourself back. Okay, so do not go there, because there's the Star here, and that's the hope and inspiration on a spiritual level. So, and that is in reverse in that. So I'm going to move that over here into this on a spiritual level. That's in reverse. So there's that. It's like you've kind of discounted something rather, instead of counting something in. With the Star energy. No, Missy, stay down. You're going to miss it. So, I'm turning that around. So, in that, because it's like, I feel like there's a sense that maybe, going back into this stuff here, and it may come up, and so there may be something for you to work on in that sense, okay? And building that hope and inspiration. It may be that you kind of, somebody says something, does something, and it's like takes you back there. But you know what? I'm turning that around, okay? You're turning that around. And then we have past memories and future dreams with the Six of Cups. So this is about, allowing yourself to, this is you on the spiritual, it's allowing yourself to dream that. That's why the Star is interesting, has turned there, but it was in reverse. But it's like there seems to be, there may be a bit of a blockage there with you that may come up. So turning that around, okay? Because, and dream big. And then we have the Hanged Man in the here with a sacrifice. So you may have actually sacrificed something, maybe your time, maybe yourself, like your energy, and maybe it, with certain things, and through choice. But now it's like, which has meant that you've, that's held you off or held you back from moving in the direction where you're wanting to move in, okay? Because that's what the Hangman is like. He's hanging by his right foot, and and that's, we can't move forward if we're hanging ourselves out to dry basically, or hanging from our right foot, or hanging off from doing things because of this and that. So, but it is a choice. So now it's about making a choice of another sort. So, and seeing things from another perspective, but also not letting your thoughts and your emotions get in your head. Get the better. And this is coming out on a soul level. So this, has happened before, and you're breaking free of a cycle, or breaking free of a soul contract in a way that's probably been, from a past life, as well as in a past, in this lifetime as well, of limiting belief patterns and things like that. So the Hermit takes you into a place of being patient with yourself, patient with, you know, everyone and everything around you, and going into that place of, you know, finding that maturity and drawing on patience and prudence as well. So, but there's, you know, there's the light is there, but it's just going within. Sometimes we just got to take a little bit of time and go into and do like a bit of soul journeying to figure out what that is. But just, you know, taking, you know, and allow, I could see this is here, the Ten of Wands is about oppressive burdens, basically. So, you know, there's an end to the cycle of that. So the going through this, it'll help you to go through this, get to that point of the Ten of Wands where you're not, you know, carrying, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally. And when I say physically, so often we can be stressed and we can carry that in our body, like extra weight, extra inches that is not really ours, as well as the weight of baggages, you know, baggage, and sometimes it's physical stuff as well. But that mental, emotional stuff can, you know, can feel like it's weighing us down as well. So it's like, yep, there's you know, a freeing, you know, there's an end to that. So there's a transition in it. So this is what this, you know, that sacrifice is about, where you sacrifice stuff, and it's like going in, you know, to understand what it is about and freeing yourself of it. Okay, that's what this next couple of weeks is probably going to allow you, have you processing, most likely. So I'm just going to like draw a card from these ones and see if these are the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, and I'm going to move the cat in a minute. So okay. Yes. I love you too, but I'm going to have to move you, okay? Down. Good deal. Okay. I'll give you 100% of my attention in a few minutes. Anyway, see what they the Celtic Tarot have for you, Pisces. What have we got for Pisces? Oopsie daisy, here we go. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. So there's something new that you're learning, okay, with that. Or come out of that, or come up. Maybe like coming up for you, some of you. So, you know, that will help you to understand what's going on, you know, in a not just with the family stuff, but with your energy wise, and you know, but also in it could be in learning something new with whatever it is that you're working through. So whatever this is about, you know, these are carrying through these oppressive burdens to help you to move through this next phase, okay? But it's, you know, the Pentacles is like about grounding as well, and it's about earthing yourself, but it's also about, and it's, you know, the financial side of things. So there may be a new skill that you're learning in some way that could, you know, benefit you, you know, financially as well, but also in the family, but and energetically for you. So it's like, it could be, you know, when I say energetically, it may be that you you're not using up so much energy, so, or you're diverting, or you're expanding, say, on your business, where it's maybe some of it is more on, you know, like some of it is online as well, say like courses, for instance, or some of the work you're doing with meetings and things like that, or appointments can be done online rather than traveling and going in person. And it may be not all the time, but it's some of the time to ease the load or ease the stress. So, but it could be, you know, something like that. Some of you, it will be, you know, maybe going to doing a full-time course. Some of you maybe a part-time course. Some of you that may be doing a course like what I'm offering, or something like that, or a workshop. But there's something about, you know, the Eight of Pentacles talks about learning a new skill. And then we have, oh gosh, a new beginning as well with the Empress there. So there's like a rebirth or a new birthing in that. And it could be whatever is coming out from you, taking this time out here and learning on the way, could be a new skill, you know, that you're learning about yourself in a sense. So, but some of you, I feel like it is literally learning, like it could be like mini workshops or something like that, or a workshop or a course. It could be like a going to uni or something like that. It could be a conference that you're going to. It could be something like that. It could be you know, learning something on YouTube. I don't know, learning a new skill or something. It could be like for instance, I'm going to be doing going to these painting evenings, and it's sipping and painting. You know, it's an evening out anyway, but I felt like that would get me back into doing some artistic stuff and that, and just creative, and some time out for me. So it's learning a new skill in a way, but it's also, you know, doing something that I want to do and I like. It's socializing in a sense as well. So there's a new beginning with the Empress there as well, on a physical level, on the physical level as well. So it's like which kind of makes sense with this Eight of Pentacles. So beginning something new, coming up. It's either an add-on to something what you're already doing, or something pretty brand new that is like an extension, or an add-on, or something brand new that you're moving into. Not necessarily like a brand new job, but it just something new that you're learning. So something like, I'm hearing like for some of you that maybe that you've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar or the piano, and a musical instrument or some sort, or dance, dancing and waltzing or something like that, or I don't know, something like that. It could be something like that that you've got, so that may be what you're doing. So the moon comes in on a spiritual aspect as well. So she's talking about, listening, because the moon's about listening to the intuition. It's also about cycles as well. And that, so it's like there things go in cycles. So it's like, utilizing the moon cycles, also moon energy, to as she goes through her cycles, so can you. So it's like, so I would be keeping like late, more so than ever, is over these, even more lately than, as well as in the last 3-4 years, and actually going back 5 years, when I really started to begin noticing and utilizing the moon cycles to, and intuitively moving with it to do, and within doing certain things in my life. There is, and what I'm hearing is observing them, and so observing yourself, observing the moon, and moving with the flow of the cycles. But it also in turn is like the intuitive side as well. Being in touch with your intuition, because there's a lot of learning in that, and it could be that you may be learning about, that could be for some of you, it's about learning about the moon cycles or the astrological signs and things like that. That could be your new learning, and how it can bring you that abundance, okay, that new beginning, and seeing things, understanding things, getting a little bit of knowledge so you can understand some things that are going on around you as well, more so, and when to make the move this way or that way. Okay. Oh, I'm going to take all these in on a soul level, and I say, okay, so whatever it is, there's the Queen of Pentacles there, okay? So she's, she's very grounded, in touch with nature, and grounded in that way. So that she's also, that she works hard, and she likes nice things. She likes, but she likes good things, quality things as well. So but she's the one who works, to bring forth that, not just the financial, but the family together, okay, as well. So she's a lot like the king, of course. So she's in touch with herself, and she's very grounded, and works connects with the nature, connects with children, connects with the finances side of things, and connects with material things as well, and that sort of finances, material. But she knows it's like she is very clever. She's very grounded, and says it's finding that balance in her life to be there for, what the energy is, to be there for everyone and everything in a way, and to a degree, but she knows where her boundaries are as well. Okay, so this is kind of where I feel like, and she's bringing this into her energy, is coming in to help you be more in that space, but she's like, but I'm hearing there's the elemental, because I'm seeing there with the elementals, of course, but she's very grounded and in touch with, basically, I want to keep going saying nature, and so therefore she's in touch with herself and how she moves around, and how she around and through things in her life. Blimey. Because then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So that could be something new for you on a soul level, as they're talking about looking at something new and bringing out that side of you, and that entrepreneur, that business side, or that family side of you that may have been in pulling family back together. So there's a new understanding in that way of how, energy, families and money works, basically finances, and taking that step into creating what she has created. Okay, so it's like she's teaching you that in a way, and moving that in, because there's the Nine of Wands here, and that talks about releasing. There's that oppressive burdens again there. So releasing all that stuff, and in the way well, not the oppressive burdens, but it's like letting go of stuff. It is, because the Ten of Wands is more about that, but it's like the 10 is like that transition and letting go of those burdens. Of the Nine of Wands, it's like, walking your way through it. It's like things are in the back, and it's releasing what does not serve you for your highest good. So this is on a physical level. So she's like, in a way, I feel like she's helping you to take action in, letting go on a soul level of things that were happening, if that happened, and to create that ending, and that to move into something new, which is interesting because the Hermit was there too. So this is about, like, partially about going in with that and discovering what holds you back from achieving what it is that you really want to achieve. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups, which I feel like is you. So and she can wear her her emotions on her sleeve. And she can be quite cold and cutting at times as well, but I feel that's because of the emotions. But the flip side of that is, this is about, like, she's getting more in touch with her emotions. She's more in touch, that meaning she's more in control, and she's able to get an understanding. She has and utilize those skills and share those skills as well, with just like the Queen of Pentacles is sharing her skills. So you've got, because I feel like that's you. So whether you're a male or a female energy, it's like she's bringing in that energy of, being, of learning about her emotional relationship with her, connection with herself, and her relationship and that emotional connection with others, okay, as well. So there's that, where that sense is that in her creativity is starting to come out, as like as well as the intuition is feeling more like in tune with herself in that sense. So there's something about, and you may get a little bit of frustrated with it, because the Five of Wands is here, so that can that's usually about some struggle and frustration. So and moving through that and understanding that. So there may be a little bit of that, but that's usually because sometimes we go in that resistance mode, in the sense too that, yes, absolutely resisting it, but like, that's not me, not really looking at that in that way. And it's like, yeah, but actually, so there are things that are there may be some things that are going to come up that you're not going to like seeing, or about yourself, but that's all just part and the parcel of that growth. And so, and that could be what is, whatever it is that you're working through is, can be the boundary or the blockage that is, from making that decision to allow yourself to move forward or move to the side, or whatever direction that you are being guided to move in. Okay. Well, there's a bit going on there. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there with you now, Pisces. So my guides and I and Missy here, we leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure, and also in prosperity and abundance as well. Okay, God bless you, and God protect you, and we'll see you in a fortnight.